Howdy. So, you are interested in acquiring a London City Pikachu. Before I go into more details about that, I would like to show you my home gym. Don't worry, it's all related. We can piece the puzzle together as we go along. So follow me. First up, we have the pull-up bar. This is a staple piece of equipment for my training that I do at home. I always keep some variant of the pull-up every time I train at home. Now, as you can see here, there's different sort of grip positions that you can utilize. So every month or so, I will change my grip when doing my pull-ups, and that allows me to work different muscles in my arms. The toughest position is to have the wide grip using this bit here and on that side. But you know, you can mix it up. You've got plenty of options for the grips here. And there's Bruce Lee as well, keep me motivated while I'm lifting my body up and down repeatedly. And here we are, the wall of motivation. I think it's always important to have something like some sort of motivational, poster, picture, whatever it is, in your sort of training environment, just to keep you going during the tough times. And I really, really like this quote. It resonates with sort of my all-out, 100% hard-going approach. I'll read it out to you. You might as well be dead, seriously. If you always put limits on what you can do, physically or anything else, it will spread over into the rest of your life. It will spread into your work, into your morality, into your entire being. There are no limits. There are plateaus, but you must not stay there. You must go beyond them. If it kills you, it kills you. A man must constantly exceed his level. From the man himself, Bruce Lee, probably the greatest martial artist of all time, a huge inspiration, for me to push myself each and every time I train. And on this wall here, we have a couple of my martial arts certificates. So I do full contact karate, and I'm currently a second dan in that form. Kushiki karate it is called. But before that, I've done a number of styles. I actually started with Shito-ryu, and then I moved to Shotokan, and then finally to Kushiki. So this certificate here is my first black belt certificate in Shotokan karate, and I got this in April. Where's the date? Where is the date on this thing? Oh yeah, there we go, 2009, I'm being blind. 2009, so that is a decade ago. I've been a black belt for a decade, which is pretty cool, I think, pretty cool. But in more recent years, I've switched to full contact karate, and that is what I do now. So my first dan certificate is over here, and then my second dan is over here. And the plan is in 2020 for me to grade to my third dan if all goes according to plan. So as you can see over here, I got my first dan in June 2014. And then my second dan I got in October 2017. So it's about a 3-year gap. And then by 2020, that's another 3-year gap between my second dan and my third dan. And for your first few dans, a 3-year wait is considered a minimal, amount of time to grade between belts. And as you go higher up the ranks, your 4th dan, your 5th dan, etc., the minimum time becomes even longer, like 4 years, 5 years. So by the time you reach like 7th or 8th Dan, you're pretty much an old man. But hey ho, one step at a time on the journey, it's all good. And then, yes, here we are, we have the sort of the window. You can control the blinds over here, so that's useful if you want to get more sunlight in, but it's winter at the moment in cold, miserable United Kingdom. But yeah, there's radiators down here as well. This is useful. So this room is on the first floor, so while I have a means of controlling the heat, I don't have any air conditioning or anything like that to cool the room down. So in the summer, I have to admit, training in here does become a bit of a scorcher. But, you do what you got to do. Ideally, this room would have aircon, but it doesn't, so yeah, push on, right? And the flooring, these are just standard martial arts mats, about, 10 centimeters, no, not 10, 1 centimeter, what am I talking about? 1 centimeter thickness mats, 10 millimeters is what I was trying to say there. So I've just got that along and that gets the job done for what I do. I don't lift super heavy in terms of weights. I'm not slamming, 50 kilogram weight or, whatever, 80 kilogram weights on the ground. So, these mats are perfect for what I need to do. If you do lift heavy, then you should probably get, more of the type of flooring solutions that modern gyms use. That would probably be a better bet for you. But in my case, these martial arts mats, they're perfectly fine. They get the job done. No complaints. Oh, actually, I do have a complaint. Like I said, this room is on the first floor. So during the change of seasons, the temperature has caused the mats to warp, and that is why, as you can see here, the mats no longer interlink perfectly. It's not such a huge problem, as I am the only one who really uses this training room. I am aware of it, but if this was in like a public location, then this would definitely be a hazard that would need to be rectified. Grab the mirrors here. Hello. Having mirrors in a training location is really useful. When you're doing like your squats or you want to monitor your posture to make sure you have good form, which is crucially important to keep yourself protected and safe when you're exercising. So the mirrors, they're really useful for that. But these also, in my case, these also doubles up as storage. So I'll open these up now, show you what I've got hidden inside. So in here, it's a bit dark, isn't it? Let's move back a little. It is a bit dark, I might have to take some stuff out. So my rumble roller's in here, my massage roller. Let's just move that there. My foam roller, rumble roller. This is super useful. I always begin my training at home with just about a few minutes just rolling my back and my legs just to get the body fired up, activate those muscles. It's a key principle, I think. Make sure you're ready to go. My bench is in here as well. Got my barbell. Yes, and my resistance bands. This is probably one of my most favorite training tools. I used to suffer from sort of stiff shoulders and sore shoulders. I guess as a martial artist, you're throwing a lot of punches, you're taking a lot of hits. It can cause your shoulders to tighten up. But ever since doing the shoulder pulls with these, so just pulling them towards your body, your chest, your neck, pulling them towards your hips with your arms. Ever since doing these, my shoulder pains have just disappeared pretty much completely. I very rarely ever get shoulder pains, and if I do, it's not long lasting. It might be for a day or whatever, and then I'm fine again. So this is also another core training that I do in all of my workouts at home. I always keep a variant of the row in my training, because it's super helpful for my shoulders, And I highly recommend you do, if you have any sort of, shoulder pains or whatever, definitely give these a try. This exercise has been monumental in keeping my shoulders, happy and healthy. Oh, it's a bit too loud. Whoops. Up here, my boxing gloves. So these are my tournament pair. These are 10 ounce. So whenever I do any kickboxing, tournaments, these are the bad boys I go for. I train 14 ounce in the gym, at the dojo, sorry. Gym, dojo, whatever, it's synonymous, I guess. But when it's go time, so I slap on the 10 ounce gloves. I also have, punch mitts, so when I want to do some partner work at home, so I sometimes get my best friend round, he will hold the mitts, I'll do some combinations on the pads. There's enough space in this home gym to do that sort of thing, there's enough space to move around, etc., etc. And behind all that, I've got my bogu, Anzen bogu, so in the full contact karate I do, you wear a helmet like this, and you have a chest guard. I won't bother taking it out, but the chest guard's there as well. And then you just go at it basically, full contact fighting. All punches are worth 1 point, kicks are 2 points, regardless of where you hit. It's pretty hardcore, it's pretty badass. I love it. And let's just open this other one then. So here, if I just get on my knees for a sec. Got my dumbbells are down there, just about see them, I think. My kettlebells are there. They're just light kettlebells. I don't go heavy. It's mainly for movement. With the kettlebell swings, I'm more interested in good posture and movement rather than swinging heavy. Over here, just grab this. I've got my training mask. So this is to sort of work your pulmonary muscles. I might have not pronounced that properly. Basically the muscles that allow you to, to intake oxygen. So this makes it harder. It basically makes it harder for you to breathe. I used to suffer from asthma as a kid, like a really bad case of asthma, and I'll probably talk about that in a later video, actually, rather than in this one. But long story short, this mask is pretty much what cured me from my asthma once and for all. But like I said, I'll talk about that in a later video. I have my gloves. So when I'm doing the pull-ups and lifting the weights and stuff, because I play the piano as well. Before I had these gloves, I used to just lift with my bare hands, and I'd get like blisters and skin being torn off, and it's just not nice. It's not nice. It's badass, but then, when you have to go into the office the next day and you're typing away at the keyboard or whatever, it's not so fun then. It's definitely not so fun then. Yes, these arm weights. So I like to equip these while I'm doing my workout as well. So it just provides a light, albeit constant load while you're exercising. This is another resistance band. So this one, you sort of place it between your knees, or just above your knees, and you can sort of do exercises with them to add resistance to your legs. Basically, it's really good. It's a really good tool. Lots of physiotherapists will recommend one of these if you have some sort of injury for rehab. It's a really good rehab tool. This is another roller. It's a lot smaller in size, so I use this for my neck. Let me just get in the mirror, I can show you. That's it, just get it right there. Loosen those neck muscles. I also like to use it on my feet. So activating your feet is also very important before you start training. I either use this, or in fact I've got a cricket ball as well. If I can find it really quickly. There it is. Almost hit myself. There, cricket ball. I use this as well to activate my feet. So you just basically place it on the ground and just roll your foot on top of it, and that just wakens them up. Awaken your feet. Yes. What else do we have here? Yep, that's a weightlifting belt. Just tie that on if you're lifting super heavy or whatever. I don't tend to, but it's good to just support your back, because I suffered from a pretty bad, moderately bad case of back pain for about 6 months. When was this? This was end of 2017 to the middle of 2018, yes. And so I know how important it is to protect your back now. I'm fine now. My back is completely healthy now. I'm all good, thankfully, because that was not pleasant, no. And finally, up here, we have our sort of first aid kit section. So, yeah, just in case anything goes wrong, first aid kit. I like this. It's a cooling gel. So for any sort of injuries, I like to apply this just to cool things down a bit. It's really good. It's good when you're on the move. If I'm just stuck at home or whatever, then an ice pack's probably more effective. But if you have to go out and about, then yeah, just squirt some of this gel onto the area that's hurt, and yeah, give you some form of relief. And there's a whole bunch of other, I won't go into everything, there's a whole bunch of other stuff, got some ankle wraps and etc, etc. Now, before I talk about the competition I'm hosting, I would like to just grab the tripod real quick. So if you can just bear with me. And there he is. Okay, this is how this is going to work. I have released my second book. It is called Home Workout. What it is, it details my flagship training routine, which I do at home. And this is a routine that has evolved for many years. Over a decade of time I have spent meticulously modifying, implementing new things to come up with this workout, which I do regularly. At around 3 times a week I do this training routine. And on top of that, I'm training at the dojo as well, probably around 3 times a week there as well. So I do a lot of exercise. That's the upshot. And so this routine, I've made a lot of mistakes in developing this routine. You make mistakes, you live and learn. But now I have a formula which works wonders for me. And it will do for you as well. If you buy this book, you put in the effort, you will get the results. There's no question about that. I have absolutely no doubt. Get the book, read it, put the effort in, you will get results guaranteed. No questions asked. Now, here's what I'm going to do. For the first 500 people who download my book, they can get it for free. There will be a promo code at the bottom of the video, so follow the instructions there, and if you're in the first 500 people, you can get a copy for free. But please, if you do get a copy of this book, please just, do read through it. I want to help people get into shape. Honestly, that is why I have written this book. So don't just download it on a whim. If you do download it, read through it, and if it lights a fire within you, then that would be fantastic. That would be, mission complete on my end. I'd be very happy if that is what happened. But anyway, anyone who downloads my book this month, or either of my books, either or, and even both, because I have 2 books that I've released now, will automatically be entered into a draw to win this little bad boy here, this little guy here. And that's perfect, because here's the thing, in December, you can download my book, you can read it, and then in January, the new year, beginning of 2020, bam! You can hit the ground running, implement the ideas and the tactics in my book, and get exercising. That's your New Year's resolution right there. It's the perfect plan. But this is absolute ascendancy. My brand is all about, trying to be the best, committing 100% to the mission, going above and beyond. Very well then. I will step my game up. In exchange, you too must rise to the challenge. So this is what I will do. If this video receives over 1 million views what I will do is throw a second Pikachu into the equation right there. Number 2. 1 million views on this video, and the second Pikachu's up for grabs as well. This is my treat for you. The year's coming to a close. Let's finish strong. Spread this video like a raging wildfire. Draw people in like moths to the flame. Let us all burn bright together. Thank you so much for watching this video. I would really appreciate it if you could like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know if you like the idea. If this video gets a lot of traction, I can look to do more things like this in the future. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day or a great night. And that is a wrap. Mission complete. Signing out.